on, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into an Eastern Market beer coming from Detroit, Michigan. One of my favorite breweries in all of the state, in all of the country. I love Eastern Market. It's one of my favorite first breweries that I just fell in love with, like the New England style IPA. I always look for their elephant juice when I go there. And the reason I have this beer today is because I was downstate and I saw Eastern Market beers in a liquor store, and I picked this up because the elephant juice was a little bit old. So they did have like 3 or 4 SKUs of Eastern Market beer, but the elephant juice was like from July, so I did not pick it up. But then, guys, it just hit me. I picked up this 4-pack, right? And I just realized every beer that I've had, and I shared one with my brother-in-law, I had one by myself, they were all different beers, and I'm not kidding you. It wasn't until about 1 minute before I fired this camera up to talk to you guys that I realized it was a mixed 4-pack. They were different. There was a barrel-aged beer at 10.7%. There was a cherry stout. And now I just realized, again, I just realized this like 2 minutes before firing this camera up. This is a coffee stout, and the other one that I have upstairs is a chocolate stout. So it was an expensive 4-pack that had all 4 different beers in it, right? So they were all stouts, I believe. But now as I sit here and review raw with you guys, this is one of one. There is not another one of these upstairs. So this 4-pack that I bought with 4 different beers was like $23.99. I thought it was very expensive. I now see why it was, because there were 4 different options that I'm probably not going to see again. So this one sitting with you guys right now is called the Woke Cousin. I love the name. Again, 6.6% ABV. This is a coffee stout, and we're going to dive in and see what this is about. I'm just dumbfounded that I had been sipping all different beers and I did not know it. So, Corey, I don't know what I had with you, man. I don't know what I had with you. I don't know. I don't even know what beer that was. I think it was the chocolate. It was either the chocolate stout or it was a bourbon barrel-aged something stout that was like 10.7. So, man, I'm stupid. But you know, when you buy a 4-pack, you don't expect it to be mixed. And the labels looked similar on every single one of them. I am so dumbfounded right now. So as I pour this, it's a little bit thin, 6.6%. They're still calling it a coffee stout, but in my opinion, a little bit light. But it's dark in the glass. It looks good, looks fitting, looks the part. Charred, roasty head sitting on top. Let's get a nose. It's a shit ton of coffee. A lot of roasted malts. Charred, slightly smoky, but a shit ton of coffee. That is a shit ton of coffee. Espresso notes, espresso beans. I love coffee. This is giving me espresso vibes. I let this warm up a little bit. By the way, this was canned on 11/25. Today is the 19th of December. That's just a shit ton of coffee, man. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to keep swearing, but that's a shit ton of coffee. Okay. We got it? Shit ton of coffee. Cheers. Cheers, Eastern Market. Let's go for it. Got this at the Red Wagon in Troy, by the way. Yeah. It's a ton of coffee. It's thin. Lacking in the body department. I would like to see a little bit more body, but again, 6.6%. I see why. It's roastier. It's thin. It's a lot of espresso notes and roasty coffee. But it's kind of like, there's not much dimension to it. Like, once you get past the coffee and the roasted malts, there's really not much going on here. I feel like the other 2 beers I had, there was a chocolate stout. I think I did enjoy that one, but again, that seemed kind of one-dimensional with it was just a little boring, right? And then there was one that I had with my brother-in-law that was like bourbon barrel-aged. Didn't realize it till just now. Didn't realize that it was a different beer than what I'm drinking now. I did really like that one. This one comes off a little lackluster, even though it's a shit ton of coffee. I love Eastern Market, by the way. They make great stouts. They make even better like lagers and New England style IPAs. And with all that being said, if you like coffee, that's really all I'm getting here with charred malts, roasted malts. The body's thinner, like I had said. It needs more viscosity, in my opinion. But it's really good. It's really drinkable. It's really coffee heavy and forward. But with all that being said, there's no other dimensions to search for, right? So once you get past the coffee and the malts, that's it. So if you like that in a beer, you will really much like this one. I like coffee. I like stouts, porters, all that good stuff. This is just good. This is just good. It's just a bit boring for me. But it is good. It is good. So, where do I put it? 3.89 out of 5 because I love coffee so much. This is very coffee forward. A little bit of hint of chocolate, I suppose. Very light, very dry, very drinkable, very roasty. So 3.89 out of 5, guys. It's the Woke Cousin. Thank you so much for being here. If you're going to pour a beer, pour Michigan beer.